Ages.
Why don't you come
Good
back
evening
with
and
me,
welcome
Mr.
back to
Westhouse?
Let's Play The Longest
You could say
Journey.
hello to your old
When we
friend,
left off last
Manny.
time, we found Brian
If I tried to
Westhouse.
step
He's
through
not who we
that,
thought he
Miss
was.
Ryan,
He's, or who I thought he was. He's not, whatever Cortez is. He's not a person like Cortez who can shift between worlds on his own. But apparently we learned from him, you can find a way through if you can't shift, but it's hard. And time flows very differently in Arcadia than it does in the Stark.
Barbarians. And what does
Anyhow,
your Stark have
I was not
This
done
world
here in
is
Arcadia.
more
There's more things I wanted to look at, but it turns out you're stuck here.
No, you
like
go
once
ahead,
she talks to
Miss.
him,
Go
she will
back.
not head out.
And don't let your curiosity of the unknown tempt you into making another shift.
She just stops and
Thanks for
says
your
like,
help.
Brian
Say hello
Westhouse
to
should be
Manny
able
for
to
me.
help me. And
Tell him I'm doing all right. And then I said, thanks.
all right, so let's hop through. Talk to Cortez, but I'm hoping this seems like a solid that this will mean that we will be able to at some point make it back to Arcadia.
Oh, God, it's
And I really
real.
hope that when we do, I can finish
all
up
true.
delivering the maps. I don't like
saw
leaving it undone.
I saw the other world. Arcadia. Either I'm going crazy or you were right about everything.
Let's hope for the latter, mi amiga? So I gather your trip was a success.
Learned a lot of stuff.
Success? My whole world has been turned topsy-turvy, so I don't think success is the right word. Nothing about it makes sense. Fact is, I don't believe in magic.
The sun does not need you to believe in it to rise in the morning, señorita. You have seen the truth with your own 2 eyes. I can do nothing more to convince you. It is up to you now.
Well, do I have a choice? I have to believe at least some of it. My life wouldn't make much sense otherwise.
Why not just believe all of it, April?
You are a true skeptic, April. Está bien. We need your kind
Yeah,
to
I'm still
balance the
feeling like,
hopeless romantics.
I don't know, if I
like
were
myself.
her, skeptic until you see the glowing portal, and then after that, I think I'm probably willing to accept pretty much anything. Okay, so yeah, who are you really? Cortez? Manny Chavez?
Who are you really, Cortez?
Excuse me?
People knew you over there in Arcadia. Tobias. He didn't know you by your real name, but he did know you. And Mr. Westhouse, he knew you too, as Chavez. But several hundred years ago.
So my secrets are being revealed, are they?
Well, it's not
I
really.
wouldn't say that, because you're still a mystery to me. More so.
Good. You see, señorita, mystery is important. To know everything, to know the whole truth is dull.
I don't agree.
There is no magic in that. Magic is not knowing. Magic is wondering about what and how and where.
But you also want to seek to find those
I'd settle
answers.
for the truth, just to be able to know you. Because, honestly, I don't mean this in a bad way. You scare me, Cortez. I'm afraid of you.
And you are not the only one, mi amiga. I'm sorry, but whatever it is about me that mystifies you, it will have to stay a secret. There are things even you should not
I
know.
actually can accept that.
Gee, thanks. That really
It
helped.
wasn't helpful, but I think that he means it,
Perdóname.
what he was saying there.
Perhaps later, when we are certain of what the future holds, okay? I think I can promise you that, Señorita Ryan. Later. But for now, we must speak of more important
I think he's
matters.
being honest here, and he would be willing to tell her more, but he honestly thinks it's not a good idea at this point. And I think his intentions are probably in the right place. So I'll trust him on that point. And especially if she just went to the world of magic and she's still questioning magic. I could see being like, probably we shouldn't tell everything to her right now, because she's not really in a position to accept it just yet. Alright. So,
You helped me back, didn't you?
To shift? See? The power is yours, yes? But for now, you need me to focus your powers, to call forth your dreams.
can you teach me how to do it on my own?
Dreams?
Yes. To travel from one world to the next, you must pass through the world of dreams. It is the only way. You are capable of opening a shift on your own, but you might not be able to.
What do you mean?
You have the ability, but
The
you
power,
might not have the know-how.
the magic is within you. And when you sleep, sometimes you open the portal without even being aware of it. But when you're awake, it's more difficult. With practice, you will do it.
I don't think I want to do it.
You must. The worlds depend on it.
Yep, you got a
What
destiny,
happens
April.
now?
The Minstrom told you about the balance, about Stark and Arcadia.
Yep, he did.
A man named Tobias. He was called the Vestrum, I think. Vestrum Tobias.
Ah, so Tobias made Vestrum que bien good. I knew he would go far when I first met him years ago. He was just an Instrum then, a student of the balance, but he was smart and resourceful.
So you've not been to Arcadia
So
in a
you
while,
know what
huh?
is going on with the balance.
Kind of?
Tobias told me that the Guardian was missing and that the balance was failing. He said this would bring chaos into both worlds.
As we are already seeing, your dreams, your nightmares, they are part of these. You sense chaos more keenly than most, but even they are beginning to notice that things are not as they should
the
be.
worlds are bleeding into each other.
Like last night.
What about last night?
What you saw, you were not
Yeah, the
alone
movie.
this time. There were others,
And what Charlie saw.
and they saw the same thing. Not nightmares anymore. Real. The first sign of the damage chaos can do. The divide is being breached. It is not yet time for the worlds to be united. A breach could prove catastrophical.
So what do I do?
We must work together, April. I can't do it alone, and neither can you.
All right.
But what exactly is it that we have to do?
Yeah, that would be good to know.
4 things.
Okay.
We must find the Lost Guardian, we must locate the gateway to his realm, and the disc that is the key to his tower, and we must do what we can to curtail and defeat the Vanguard.
All right. Well, I think the Vanguard would be the trickiest one, because that's more an ideology than anything else. Okay. How are we going to find the Guardian? I have a feeling it's Brian Westhouse, and we already found him, but...
How are we going to find the Guardian?
The moment he surrendered his throne and left his realm, he stepped back into our world. This world, Stark. This is where he was born, and so this is where he must return
Okay. Not Brian
He
Westhouse
could
at all.
be anywhere, right?
to. This city has power, April. Not magic, but the opposite of magic. And it draws people to it like flies to an open fire. All the pieces of the puzzle come together here. You, me, the Vanguard, the Guardian. I can guarantee you that he's here. But where exactly I do not know. I think maybe the Vanguard do. I think they may have him.
If they have him, how are we going to get him back? And why do they need him? Why do we need him?
Because they want him to follow their
He left his
ideology.
realm, but he's the last Guardian. And only he can open the doorway back to his realm to let his successor through. The Vanguard knows this. But what they don't know, yet, is how to get there.
Okay, so he should be a guy... If he's been in the in-between world for so long and time works differently, he should be basically a man out of time, right? So, someone possibly pretty conspicuous here. Kind of a bummer that he's here, because I want to go back to Arcadia and look for things there. But, alright, so...
Where's the key to the Guardian's realm?
In Arcadia,
Awesome.
the key contains 2 parts. One is the disc itself, the other is the 4 jewels, the eyes of the dragons. That gives the disc the properties of the balance and makes it complete.
So, do we have any idea where any of those are?
Where is the disc?
The disc was left in the care of the Sentinel 10,000 years ago. In the beginning, it was kept in the open, displayed for all to see. But not anymore. Not since thieves tried to make away with it. They will know where it is. Ask Tobias, Vestrum Tobias.
I can do that. What about the jewels?
Where are the 4 jewels?
Ah, the eyes of the dragons. They are kept by the 4 dragons themselves. 2 in Arcadia and 2 in Stark.
Okay.
The white dragon has 1, as does the old one. These you must find yourself. I'll help you with the others.
Alright, well thank you. Okay...
Who'd know about the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
That I do not know. That knowledge wouldn't be here in Stark. You must go to Arcadia, study the books, talk with the minstrel and others who might know, but not yet. First, we must finish our mission
All
here.
right.
How do we defeat the Vanguard?
The Vanguard are strong here and growing stronger. Even in Arcadia, they are gaining a foothold. And with the Tyrant on a leash, the future looks quite
So
bleak.
unleash the tyrant?
How do you know so much about what's going on in Arcadia?
Yeah.
Voices whisper in my ear, señorita. Voices that I trust.
Okay.
You're saying the Vanguard are strong here. How come I haven't heard about them?
Secret society?
They don't go by that name here. Did you ever hear of the Church of Voltec?
No.
Sure, they're... Oh, that's the Vanguard?
See?
Then they're big, very big. But why do they... Why assume a different name here?
In Arcadia, they flaunt their philosophy. They preach the destruction of the balance under the pretense of returning humankind to the glories of the past.
But here it focuses on the future.
Here, they cannot do that. So they have integrated themselves slowly but surely into society under the subterfuge of the New Age religion. And they've built a financial empire to match governments.
They have that much money?
The Vanguard own multinational companies. They own planets, April. They own armies. All they need is the balance, and they will own everything. The twin worlds will be at their mercy.
So, we basically don't stand a chance, do we? Against an enemy like that.
Keep up some hope.
If we hold at bay the forces of chaos, and if we ensure the natural continuation of the Guardian's role within the balance, then they will have lost.
At least for now.
How are we supposed to fight this chaos you keep talking about?
You're the key, April. You have the power to shift, yes? But there's more to you than that. You are a child of the balance. And no, that will have to wait. By just being alive, you counter chaos. Without you, last night might have turned out much worse. That tiny breach might have been permanent.
I didn't do anything.
Just by existing, she's
Imagine
powerful,
the power
huh?
you wield when you really do something. Trust me on this, amiga. It's instinctive to you to fight chaos. You see it so clearly, and you will know what to do.
She's the chosen one. Okay, cool.
You are most needed in Arcadia, where chaos is a part of reality. The tidal wave will hit there first, and unless it's subdued before it hits Stark full force, we'll never stand a chance. So you will have to travel to Arcadia after we are done
Looking
here.
forward to it.
Okay, so that's it? Kick some Vanguard ass, find the Guardian, locate the entrance to his realm, and a 10,000-year-old disc and 4 Dragon Eye jewels?
Yep, there you go.
And oh, April, make sure you do battle with the physical manifestations of chaos along the way, because hey, that's your destiny.
Yep, pretty much. That is a lot to have to
It's
swallow.
impossible, Cortez. I can't do these things. I'm 18, I'm an artist. No, not even that, I'm nobody. You can't place all these responsibilities on my shoulders. I can't carry that much.
You gotta try. Sorry.
I will help you, April. Others too, you're not alone.
Well, I feel very alone, and I can't even tell anybody about this. Yeah, hi, how are you? I'm the chosen one. Can you help me save the world from evil and chaos?
You might could tell people in Arcadia.
There is no chosen one, April.
Oh.
There are only those who would and those who wouldn't. You have a choice between the two.
Well, in that case, we gotta do what we
You
can.
said I had powers, that I wasn't like everybody else.
True, but you still have a choice. Prophecies can never unravel the will of a single human. You are one of many possible paths, but unfortunately, most of the alternative paths have been blocked by
What?
circumstances beyond our control.
Chaos? The Vanguard?
The world does depend on you, but you have not been chosen. You choose for yourself what you are and what you will be.
The choice will have to be yes, but I love the phrasing here. Either we say, yes, let's do it. Or we say, what if I say no, but not actually saying no, not gonna do it. It's an opportunity to play the hero, and everybody wants to be the hero. I totally want to be the hero. But...
What happens if I choose... No, no way!
I am not a fortune teller, nor am I a Venar.
What's a Venar?
What will happen? Something else? That's all I can tell you. Something
Probably
else.
something disastrous, so let's stand
But
up
I'm
and
sure
do our
it won't
part.
be anything good. Not unless you agree to help.
But I can't do it. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not your savior. I don't have any magic
Yes,
powers.
you do.
I'm just this girl. I'm just...
And that'll be enough, April.
The choice is yours, April. As always, the choice is yours.
It's not much of a choice, is it?
Well, you gotta do it, yeah.
For what it's worth? Perhaps not. Still, you need to come to the decision on your own.
Then the choice will have to be... Yes, let's save the
Yep.
world. Where do we start?
Here, in Newport. We must find out about the Vanguard. Their headquarters are in the city, but
Up the
where?
elevators.
Do they have the Guardian under lock and key? What are their weaknesses? Once we've done that, you must travel to Arcadia. I cannot go there, and besides, I have things to take care of
Why
here.
can't you go back to Arcadia?
Right. Except, where the hell do I go to find out about the Vanguard? The library? The net?
The church.
Valuable information is hard to find. Remember the painting I showed you yesterday?
Yeah.
Sure.
The artist, a boy named Warren. I told you about him, yes? Warren is involved in a lot of activities that aren't exactly legal.
Well, seems like lots of things aren't,
He has
including
connections.
skateboarding.
He can point us in the right direction.
All right. So where do I find Warren?
All right. Okay. Where do I find him?
My friend, Father Raul at the Hope Street Cathedral, he's had some contact with the boy lately. Ask him.
All right.
Wait. Did you say Hope
What's
Street?
wrong with that?
Yes?
As in the most dangerous neighborhood in Newport?
Oh.
Is it? I don't usually follow the civic affairs of the city. I remember Hope Street when they first built it. A clean neighborhood.
Well, apparently it's not anymore.
That must have been a very long time ago.
Still, I'm sure you'll be safe. You're a girl, no? A self-respecting gentleman would never harm a
Cortez,
girl.
you are so incredibly
It's the
naive.
self-respecting gentleman part I'm concerned about. Still, I can handle myself. Father Raul, was it? At the Hope Street Cathedral?
All right.
Yes. He will lead you in the right direction. Help you find Warren Hughes. When you're done tomorrow, we will meet up at the cathedral late in the afternoon. I need to speak with Raul as well.
Okay, good.
So Raul's connected
plan
with this
then?
somehow then.
Enjoy yourself tonight, April. Who knows what the future may hold? Good night.
Don't go on the date with Zack, April. The future's dodgy as it is. It's not worth wasting any of it on Zack Lee. Actually, I really liked some of that conversation, though, because that makes me feel better about some of the dangerous places he's brought her to. It's not that he doesn't care about her safety, it's that he's just totally oblivious to how dangerous it can be. So, that does make me feel better. Oh, you know what? I'm not done there.
Getting a little too late to head downtown. I think I'll stay in
No,
Venice.
but we didn't pick up Guybrush. I want to get him. Fine. Alright. Diary, I saw you flashing. Okay, so we read all of this. Saturday afternoon. Right, so I get back. No easy task, believe you me. And Cortez proceeds to finally tell me everything. And we have a plan, which sounds good to me, but then I really don't have much experience with plans. I'm usually like, let's do whatever. But now we have a plan, with a capital P even. Okay, so we, as in Cortez and myself, have to find this guardian guy, the key to his realm, an old stone disc with 4 jewels, and the way back into that place, because apparently nobody knows where it is, duh. And while all this is going on, I'm supposed to restore balance to chaos. And do the laundry, probably. Oh, and don't forget your impending art exhibit. To think that 2 days ago, all I had to remember was whether a customer ordered a double decaf latte or a low-fat cappuccino. There's a lot to be said for simple ignorance. Anyways, tomorrow morning I'm off to find whatever information I can on the Vanguard. Yay. So tonight... Man, if we can dodge Zack Lee, we are totally doing it. Alright, where do we want to go here? Out this way. to the bridges. I kind of want to check in at the cafe. See how everybody's doing. Ugh. Fantasy stuff is probably my favorite. It's kind of disappointing to be back here in the boring, dirty real world. I want to go back to Magic World. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hey, Charlie. Guess what I just did? Went to a whole other world.
Pulling long hours today, Charlie?
Unfortunately, yeah. Are you staying for the show tonight?
There's a show tonight?
What show?
You don't know who's playing?
No, tell me.
I've had a few other things on my mind these past few days, Charlie. Sorry. Anybody good?
Anybody good? Are you kidding? Roy and Dale's playing. It's the first gig on their new tour. Sort of returning to their roots before they do the big venues.
Tonight? Great, that's perfect. Especially tonight. I need some serious unwinding.
And not to hang out with Zack Lee.
Yeah? What's up?
Well, yeah. We'll try him. I mean, he saw the otherworldly creature. She's all like, nobody would believe me. But honestly, after some of the stuff they've been seeing, they might.
I just had the weirdest experience of my life.
Weirder than last night?
Uh-huh.
Much weirder. I mean, it sounded like what happened here could have... It might just have been mass suggestion, or a hologram, or even rapture gas.
No, it wasn't.
April.
Don't just discount it like that, April.
I know it was probably very real to you, and I'm not saying
April.
It wasn't, but the alternatives...
Are the alternatives so much worse? That there are things going on that we can't explain? That there's more to life than what science teaches us?
No, that's not worse.
I
Yeah.
don't know, Charlie. I wish I did, but I
Just don't discount his experience. Why you gotta try to
what's
write
this
it off?
thing you were gonna tell me about the weirdest experience of your life?
You wouldn't believe me anyway, Charlie.
Oh, April.
Try me.
You're not giving him near enough
No,
credit.
really, I can't. It's too much, too close.
Then you shouldn't have brought it
I don't
up.
know if I believe it myself.
Okay. You tell me about it later then, alright?
Maybe.
I understand. She just went through a big thing. She's got a lot dumped on her shoulders all of a sudden. It's a lot to process. But that is the absolute where she's doing the thing people do, usually on like Facebook, where they're like, worst day, or some sort of vague thing. She's vague booking to him, except she's talking to him in person while she does it. Oh, it was so crazy. I don't want to talk about it. Maybe another time. Maybe. Like, then don't even bring it up. If you're not going to talk about it, don't even say anything. Alright, but like I said, I get it. She's probably in a really weird mental state right now.
Is Emma around?
Haven't seen her. She knows about the show, so she'll be here.
Okay. And
When does the concert start?
In less than an hour.
Oh.
I expect the place to be crowded soon, so you should find yourself a spot to sit down.
I absolutely
Thanks,
should.
Charlie.
No problem.
I should
Later.
definitely stand up. Exactly. Oh, for sure. We're doing it. Let's go find a spot to sit down. Hey there, boss. This looks like a nice comfy place to take in a show. Lean back, relax a bit, eat some delicious bread. Oh, hey, Emma.
So where have you been all day? You didn't show up at school, you weren't at work, and then Fiona tells me you're out looking for Cortez again. And on top of that, Zack brags about bagging a date with you. What's up with that?
Oh, don't worry about that, Zack.
Shit! Zack! I totally forgot.
I didn't.
He's gonna kill me. If I don't show up, that is.
You're not gonna
You
show
mean
up.
it's true? You have a date with that asshole? I told him he was full of shit.
I needed some information.
And you sell yourself to get it? April, you're insane.
Yeah.
Well, you're just going to have to disappoint him.
She's right.
I made a promise.
Yeah, but then he threatened you.
To that sleazebag? That's a promise made to be broken.
In general, a promise is a promise, but then he threatened. Like, she'd already agreed, okay, I will go out with you on this date. She dangled it out there, and then he started getting really gross about it. Are you going to put out? You better not disappoint me. You better not even think about not showing up. Or, like, no. pushed all my buttons. We're not going.
You're right. I'm staying here.
Good girl. Now, there are a couple guys you should keep an eye open for tonight.
What?
Me?
I have a boyfriend. You need a boyfriend. You need a boyfriend because I have one and I need somebody to compare boyfriends with.
Emma.
It's not your choice to make, girl. It's just the natural order of things.
No thanks.
I thought we were here to listen to the band.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm trying to relax.
Sure. From the back.
Don't need
so we
boyfriend
can scope
drama.
out guys' asses.
I don't know which place is weirder, Mercuria or the Fringe Cafe on any given night.
She's like, what?
Mark what?
Never mind. So, okay, which guys are we looking for?
Right. Now, you may want to take notes.
I'm not going to take notes about which hot guy I should scope out the most. But, I could see April just being like, you know what, whatever. Let's just go along with it. We'll put all the heavy stuff to the side just for this concert
Oh, God.
and relax.
Headache.
You all right?
I didn't really have that much to drink, did I? No. But I did travel through a shift into a parallel universe, which would explain this weird compulsion to curl up into a fetal position and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Not that I'm particularly looking forward to it, but I guess I have to go find that Warren guy Cortez told me about down on Hope Street.
Well, we want to do our part to try and
hey,
keep
like,
the
that's not
apocalypse from
enough.
happening.
I have to avoid bumping into Zack today.
No. Go ahead. Let him bump into
Probably
us.
royally pissed that I stood him up, and Zack's very good at being pissed.
Let him be. He was a sleazebag. We don't even need to care about his anger. Also, anything new outside my window? Nope, just a bunch of nice scum. Alright, diary. What do you have to tell me? Sundays are made for sleeping in. Sundays are made for walking around in baggy clothes, watching movies, nursing headaches, and hanging out with your friends at the cafe. Sundays are not made for going to the worst neighborhood in town to find a kid who might be able to give you the information necessary to infiltrate a powerful cult that plans to take over the known universe. That's what Mondays are for. Okay, so the world's in mortal danger, and the only thing standing in the way of total chaos is me. And this morning I have to go to Hope Street to talk to this priest called Raoul at the cathedral so that he can tell me where I can find Warren Hughes. Dear diary, note to self, the next time anybody says the word destiny, run like hell. I can't imagine it would be easy having a destiny, but it's definitely exciting to play someone who has a destiny. Alright, let's get right out here into the big wide world. I'm sure Zach's gonna figure it out. I want a confrontation with him. Give me the chance. Oh yeah. He's sitting out here lurking, waiting.
So you thought you could stand me up and get away with it, bitch?
Yeah, I did. What do you think you're gonna do about it?
Sorry. What did you call me?
Yeah, get feisty.
We have a date and then you don't show? Leave me
Yep.
looking like a sad prick all night in front of my friends?
I sure did.
I
Boo-hoo
couldn't
for
go,
you.
Zack. Get over it.
I don't fucking care. You'll regret fucking with me, bitch. I can promise you that.
Oh, you bring it on, punk. But what are you gonna do? If she says it tough, like, what are you gonna do? That is totally what I want to say. But I'm worried that it's gonna be more of a, what are you gonna do? So,
I'd call you a bastard if I didn't think you'd take it as a compliment.
If I wasn't such a fucking nice guy, I'd smash your fucking face
Oh, you're
in, bitch.
disgusting.
You're gonna be so fucking sorry you ever fucked with me, April fucking Ryan.
you think so? Alright, it's really... I feel like it's possibly scummy on me, but man, I'm gonna go talk to Fiona, and if I can totally rat it out like, hey, he just said that he was gonna smash my face in. Except he's too nice a guy to do it. So this guy that you thought is utterly terrified of you, but he's under control, you might want to think about booting him out. Do I feel bad about trying to get evicted? Someone who said he expects me to put out and I better not stand him up on a date or he'll get me and he would bash my face in? No, I don't. Fiona, where are you when I need you? Hopefully we'll find you. Alright, well, to the subway. Actually, see if we can talk to Charlie again. I want her to confide in him what happened. It's really rude to something so weird happened to me. Weirder than what happened yesterday? Yeah, like she's totally topping. And then she discounts what happens to him. It could have been something else, but my situation was real and it was weirder. But I'm not going to tell you about it. Alright, let's just see if we can... Come on, be a good friend. Open up to him. Charlie's cool so far.
I hate to say it, but I don't have time to talk to Charlie right now.
Alright. And you know, this is very silly, but the situation with Emma, and Emma's like, ooh, these are the guys you should look out for. You need to get a girlfriend. She doesn't need to get a boyfriend. Although 18, I would have liked to have had a boyfriend, you know. It's on your mind when you're that age. My thought would be, I need to go around Arcadia, find me a magic boyfriend. How awesome would that be? I know. That's completely silly, but... that'd have been my thought if I were. But I don't think she's as enamored with the fantasy and the magic stuff as I am. She's kind of freaked out by the whole thing. I would totally just go with it. But then I'm the sort... You know, that's a good point. She never reads books, she said. I read books all the time. I am totally... I enjoy books that are like, if there could be some way that there's something more magical and mysterious going on with our world. Like, that's really hitting all my buttons with this game. If there were... a whole other twin world like our world, but that's where all the magic is. And if we could just find a way to reach it. Completely my thing, not April's thing. So I do need to keep that in mind. Okay, what am I wanting to do here? We do need to go to Hope Street, but you know what? I want to go pick up Guybrush if I can. Can't just leave him hanging out in an alley forever. Come here, you. Perfect. But the hat's a lost cause?
It's a perfect fit. I'm so clever.
Alright, no hat. Very well. Alright, we got Guybrush. It was important. Even if we don't end up needing him, I mean, we can pick him up, so maybe we need him. But even if we don't, I want to have him in my inventory. He's a childhood memento. Can't just leave him in a dirty alley. Alright. Now then, to Hope Street. Yeah, this is really reassuring. Fat guy, roughneck, boss man. Oh, and look at his boots. I think that it looks for a second like he is wearing some seriously high heels, but I don't think that's actually the case. I think it's connected. Or maybe he does. Ooh, that druggy's just hanging out. You mean gone as in... Okay, she's moving, so not gone as in she's dead. She's just off in her own world at this point. What do we got here? 87.
87.
Well, I mean, I can see that it's 87. What does that mean?
Gas or water mains, perhaps. Or, sewer pipes. That would explain the smell.
Ew, above ground sewer pipes? But you know the city goes up really high, so maybe for your upper levels, it just made more sense to build the pipes through here than to put them underground.
Cabs never stop on Hope Street.
Oh, wait.
Kind of unsettling to be so...
That's the cathedral, so that's where we need to go. First, what's going on here?
Looks like he knows how to use that steel pipe.
Yeah, we should probably really leave him alone. Oh, they're holding up the fat guy. I assumed he was with them.
I think he's in trouble. The boss man. From his uniform, I'd say he's one of the West Side Kings. They got recruitment posters all over town.
I feel bad for this guy, I really do. I don't think it would be wise. I don't think we can step in, but it wouldn't be wise for April to either. I think she'd just end up getting beat down as well. Which is really sad, to be afraid to jump to somebody's rescue. But I have a feeling it wouldn't turn out well for her. Alright, where's she? She's still running. To the cathedral. Ooh.
wonder how they light those candles. Do they have ladders? Or jetpacks? That's a funky idea. Priests with rockets on their backs. That would give a whole new dimension to evening services.
I kind of like that visual. So that means that rocket backpacks or whatever are jetpacks, there we go, are a viable option in this world? Because that's kind of cool.
Pretty. And considering the neighborhood, it's a miracle that it's still intact. Maybe it's bulletproof stained glass designed for inner city cathedrals.
Confessionals. Let's just walk forward a bit. It looks like maybe there's someone down here. No? Okay, to the confessionals it is then. Fester, fester. Can't just cut through the pews? Alright. Ah, priest. Is that Raoul? We can hope.
It's a baby angel. A cherub? He's got a red robe wrapped around his posterior, and he looks to be in a hurry. I can't remember reading about this particular incident in the Bible. Maybe it was in the sequel? Nah. That came out only 5 years ago, and this wall painting looks a lot older than that.
They made a sequel? Okay, that's pretty fantastic. A sequel. Goodness.
It's a priest. It's the confessional. It's been more than 2 years since my last confession, but no. I'm not in a mood to be counting beads right now, and with my list of, shortcomings, I'll be counting beads for a very long time.
Alright. Let's talk to this fella.
Good morning. I'm Father Raoul.
Excellent.
You're not a Hope Street regular, are you?
Nope.
I haven't seen you here before.
I was sent by Cortez.
I don't visit the neighborhood very often, no.
And why should you? It's not a very nice place. This cathedral is all there's left of the hope in Hope Street.
I'm sorry to hear that, Father.
Yeah. It's sad.
So am I. But we cope. We cope. How may I be of assistance?
Alright. So, we should tell him of our connection to Cortez, but...
Do people still go to church?
Yes, some do. Some do. Religion is pretty resilient.
True.
Religion, sure. But there's so many new religions, and people tend to abandon the old ones, don't they?
I don't think so.
They'll be back. The Voltex and the Manus of the world offer only a fleeting chance of material happiness. What they cannot offer is spiritual enlightenment.
So you're not worried about the competition?
We have over 2,000 years of experience and tradition to build on.
Yeah, the others just don't
I
have
don't
the
see
same
us just
history.
rolling over on our backs and giving up. No.
Some people will want something new, but then other people are going to be drawn to the history of the others, so it'll probably stick around.
Do you know a boy named Warren Hughes?
As a matter of fact, I do. The Hugheses were regulars before they traveled to the colonies.
Wait, he's on another
Poor
planet?
Warren was left an orphan by his
Oh.
family. I haven't seen him for years.
For years. But his art was just in that exhibition. So does that mean he really hasn't seen him for years, and Cortez is just so absent-minded and not quite connected with the world that he doesn't realize it's been that long? Or is it that this guy's lying to us? Also, the colonies. So how did the colonies fit in with the Twin Earth? Like, are there duplicates of the other planets as well? Huh. Alright,
Where does
anyhow.
Warren live?
I'm not sure he lives anywhere. But he does belong to a Hope Street gang, the Razor Blades, I believe. They seem to congregate just down the street in Building 87.
87. So I'm going to walk
Be careful,
into a
though.
gang
Although they're
headquarters.
far from the worst gang around here, they're not a particularly friendly lot. And they don't care for strangers.
I can take care of myself.
I don't doubt that. Still, be careful.
At this point, I would totally be out. Like, nope, done. But she's up for it, which is extremely foolhardy and dangerous. But, you know, just to be sure.
Where did you say I could
We'll
find
see if his
Warren
answer
Hughes?
differs.
Your best bet would be Building 87 just down the street.
Okay.
Thank you, Father.
Because we gained more
Please
information
come by
by
again if you're ever in the neighborhood.
asking Tobias and the map seller stuff over again. So, all right. Huh. So we gotta go to where the gang members hang out and ask after... we're in the worst part of town and we're gonna go to where the gang members hang out. This is such a bad idea. This is so unsafe. We're gonna do it. But, oof. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. I'll come back, and next time... I'll meet you at, like, the door to the church so I can run through the rest of the room, and then we will go down the street and check out this building 87. It seems so ill-advised, but we gotta do our part to save the world.